So last video, borrowed the Volvo. Now we're gonna go make some more money with it. So I spent way too much money on this truck last video. I got some chrome wheels, some stacks, because gotta have stacks. Got chrome, just like, I didn't get chrome mirrors because I decided not to spend the money on chrome mirrors. I kind of wish I did, because black doesn't really look all that good on this particular truck with all the chrome. So might have to fix that. I'm back in Moab because I disabled a mod, by the way. So yeah. Okay. Now, um, I'm kind of running into a little bit of a problem because I don't want to do a job like from Moab to Sacramento because that's too much driving for one video. That is stream territory. So I also don't want to go into Oregon because again, that's stream territory. Anything under 400 miles is like video worthy. Anything between 400 and 700 is kind of pushing the limit. Anything past that, that's getting into stream territory because the video would be like an hour and a half, 2 hours long. Unless I did quite a bit of video editing, which I don't necessarily mind doing, but you know, I don't really necessarily want to. Let's go here. I've never been there. And it might be a kind of a fun trip. So let's do that. I am going to need to go get fuel before we leave town, that's for sure. I don't want to give this truck back to someone. They better make some money with it. It's got an 815 horse. 3406, I believe, is what I put in here. It is quite the machine. It is geared pretty good. Well, actually, it's geared kind of horrible for heavy haul, but it has the power for heavy haul, that's for damn sure. So we're taking a load of clamshell buckets. Kind of weird that a mining site like this would be sending stuff. But I guess it kind of makes sense because, you know, they might be sending them back to the manufacturer because there's a defect with them or something. I'm gonna go around. You know, I'm kind of glad that I don't have my wheel hooked up because it would be rattling like hell right now. I do better backing up in first person than I do in third person. I've proven that. You know, the kind of cool thing about an actual automatic transmission for a big truck like this is it doesn't have multiple reverse gears. It just has the one reverse gear, which is kind of a double-edged sword. Turn engine off. And loaded we get. The downside to this is I believe it's going to be nighttime. I don't believe it's going to be daylight for very much longer. I think like 3 hours, which is like 5 minutes. I thought it says speed limit 65. I'm not doing 65 on dirt. That's a little insane. Like, I'm crazy. I'm not that crazy. 65 on dirt only at the racetrack. This ain't no racetrack. You know what would be kind of cool is to be able to buy, like, that property right there. Have that as your first garage or first shop. And then that be, like, an upgraded version of it. So, yeah. Anyway. On the road we go. Of course, the red light just let them through. That's lovely. Don't want to pull out in front of the bus. There we go. Really? Really? Jackass. There's the fully upgraded version of the sleeper that I have on my Western Star. I think the next truck that I get will probably be a Freightliner. Maybe a KW. I don't know. Depends on how much the used trucks are. And if they have a W9 on there for relatively cheap. And the reason I say relatively cheap is because, I'll be honest with you, if the brand new one is 132K and the used one is 122K, I'm going to spend money on the truck either way, upgrading it and putting a different motor in it and stuff. So why not just buy new, you know? All of my current fleet are used trucks. Nobody drives a brand new truck. So I figure I might change that with someone. Like this rig has 500,000 miles on it. Wait, really? Yeah, 500,000 miles. That's a long damn way. Once again, keep in mind that I am driving with a controller, so me going all over the road is not me being a horrible driver. It's not being good with a controller. Why are you stopped? Why are we stopped? As far as I know, there's no red light or anything, is there? I don't see one. So why are we stopped? Tell you what, I don't really care. I'm going around. This game sometimes is just, I don't know. That is, however, something I would expect for dumbasses on the road. You know, just stop in the middle of the road. Just no reason. Just stop. You know. I don't know that I want to hear this thing rev to the moon all the time, so I might back it down to 75. 1700 RPM, that's not too bad. I think I will back it down a little bit though. For a couple of reasons. One, the motor's not screaming so much. Two, going up and down mountains. Of course, I don't know that I'm going up and down a mountain going this way. Am I actually going up a mountain? I believe I do go up a mountain, actually. Also, for that very reason. Speed limit changes from 70 or 80 to 60. Why? Reasons. Truck, you do not need to be doing 45. Come on. I'm going around. Now I get it, fuel tankers have liquid in them. Meanwhile, I have a flat deck trailer with a solid load on the back. That's just a chunk of metal. So driving liquid is a little different than driving flatbed, I understand that. But it's not that different. Now, for whatever reason, when we're going by rest stops, which would make sense for the speed limit to drop, going by rest stops, speed limit is back up to 80. I will most likely need some fuel on the way. I got 270 miles to go, 5 hours in the dock. I might have enough fuel to make it to my destination. But I don't really like to see my fuel gauge going very low, so when I get to about a half a tank, I definitely want to get some fuel. Something that would be really cool if they would do, um, and I think I mentioned this before in a video, but I think it would be really cool if they actually did like a dispatch mode where you can pick the loads that your drivers take. Um, I'm not sure how well that would actually work. I just think it would be kind of cool to be able to do that. Like, you know, tell Martin to take the job that's going to Sacramento that's going to pay $50,000. And he gets, you know, like 5K of it. If you are not going to be up to my speed, then get out of my damn way. Speed limit is 80 and I'm doing 75. You should be going faster than me, Mr. Four-Wheeler. That's more like it. So, um, feels kind of weird to use certain trucker terms when I'm not an actual truck driver. I mean, I am in game, but, you know, I'm a horrible driver in game. Absolutely horrible. Like, if I was to try and take my driver's test in game, I would probably fail. Granted, I am using an Xbox 360 controller. Yes, I said Xbox 360. I'm getting over. You can either slow down or kiss my tail. Either way is fine by me. Anyway, like calling cars and trucks four-wheelers, it's kind of weird to me. Um, like I know a few truck driver terms just from watching like Smoking the Bandit and other truck driver movies. Why are you going so damn slow? Like police are smokies. And correct me if I'm wrong on any of these terms. Cars and trucks are four-wheelers. Trying to think of other ones. But I don't know them off the top of my head, so you know. Go ahead and start slowing down for that third turn. Minus $41. Why are you costing me money? I mean, it was only not minus $50 or $41, but still, I don't want to be losing money. Alright, I am losing minutes here. Could you push your throttle down to the floor? One of you speed the hell up. I cannot see if there's a car in my blind spot. I need that door with the window in it. This is annoying. Speed limit is 75. Why am I only doing 65? Granted, I gotta get off the interstate here in a minute, but still. That's great. Cool. So something that I've kind of had in mind of doing as an actual like real trucking job is, granted I gotta pass my CDL and stuff, but to be a real truck driver, kind of, do what they call drop and hook, which is just what it sounds like. You have your truck, your assigned truck, usually a day cab, I think, depending on how far the drop and hook actually is, but for the most part, you're only going like a couple 100 miles at most. And they usually have like a hotel or something for you to stay at if you need to. But you literally just, well, like on here with the freight market, instead of cargo market, you would be using the freight market, except for you would be doing it from your company's yard. For example, for me, I would be going from Nashville to Memphis. I don't really want to go to Memphis necessarily, but you know, it's one of those things where you get in your truck, you drive to the yard, you back up, you hook up your truck, you take it from point A to point B, you drop the trailer, you turn in the paperwork, you take another trailer from point B to point A, you drop the trailer, and you're done. So you would be able to be home pretty much every day. And am I going to be on the railroad track? I am not going to be on the railroad track. Very good. Yeah, that's something that I kind of thought about doing, but I don't know. Kind of depends on how things go. Planning on trying to do that here in the next year or so. But we shall see. While I would like to have in person a 10-speed, 13-speed, or even an 18-speed, probably a 13, I don't necessarily mind if, like, my truck is an automatic. If it has the right motor in it, the right sound to it, and, you know, that kind of stuff. I don't necessarily mind. Automatics are nice because you put them in drive, you push the throttle, you go. You need to back up, you put it in reverse, you push the throttle, and you back up. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to get some fuel pretty soon. I think I'll run at about 55. It's dark, it's kind of curvy, so I don't want to run around these corners too fast. Turn it down to city 1, do the lights for you. Oops. Why are you costing me money, Martin? Like, you are supposed to be bringing me in money, not costing me money. Didn't I give you my damn Western Star too, you bastard? I did. I gave you my damn what? Why are you costing me money? I think I said I read that right. Income minus $1,000. Don't really want to be having that. I'm gonna have to take back my Western Star. I have to give you a shitty truck. Come on, why are we slow? Why are we slow? Come on. First passing zone I find. May be about to do something really, really dumb. Oh, great. You know what? There's a fuel station right up the road, literally right across the road from where I have to stop and turn. So I guess it kind of works out. I'm going to be able to get some fuel. And let Tweedledee and Tweedledum in front of me go their own way. Hopefully they go left so that I don't have to be behind them. One going left. And the other's going right. That's lovely. This is actually a normal, like... This is a normal gas station. This will probably suck. This is going to suck. It's 200 bucks. 300 bucks. 400 bucks. 450 bucks in fuel. Oh, now you want to pull out, really? Won't be a pain in my ass. I don't think this is technically an entrance, but I don't really care. It's fine. In the right zone. Try to stay between the white and yellow line. But yeah, getting back to the topic of like drop and hook stuff, I think that would be a relatively fun job and semi-easy for what it is. You know, not having to touch freight, not having to deal with people that much. Just go get the paperwork for your trailer, go grab the trailer and drive from point A to point B, park the trailer, drop off the paperwork, grab the paperwork for another trailer, grab it, go from point B to point A, and you're done, you know. As I squall tires, trying to slow down. Now I'm just kind of curious about something. Did it really make me go through this little town? Because it's actually quicker? Or because it just wanted me to go through this little town? 25 mile an hour does not seem very efficient to me. Yeah, no, it wasn't very efficient, that's for sure. Ah, damn it. Couldn't cut the video in time, sorry. I think I'll be fine doing 20 mile an hour on dirt. Controller's vibrating, so would definitely be rattling the crap out of the steering wheel. That's for sure. Is this a way to drive through? No. No, it is not. Okay. Will I get into one? I believe I will. Got it in one. Did not have to pull up a single time. That's pretty good. I'm getting pretty good at backing up. Of course, that's a fairly easy backing in spot. Not really a parking challenge in my opinion, but whatever. There's 24,000 bucks. Almost 1,000 experience. Current job, let's see. On the Wrangling, huh? Going to Oakland, California. See, now that I'm in Nevada, I can take jobs that go from, here, for example, all the way to uh, Finopa, or Vegas, or Prime, Prim. I think that's Prim. Um, I can do that. I don't mind doing that, like going a couple hundred miles here, then a couple hundred miles there, and so on and so on and so on. I think I will take this job, and that will be the next one that we actually take. Um, wrong button. Hmm. I see. I am not going to make the turn, am I? Nope. Well, nearly. I guess I'm a little too out of the line. Oh well. There we go. This will also make it to where it's about 3:30 a.m. 3:17. Oh well. That ain't bad. I got the job for the next episode. Going from Nevada to St. George. So, yeah. Anyway, if you made it to this part in the video, or this point in the video, rather, if you enjoy what I'm doing here, then please, by all means, leave a like and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. And if you haven't already, then consider subscribing and hit the little bell icon so you get notified when I actually upload videos. Um, getting more subscribers every few days, that's honestly nice. So I'd like to keep the momentum going. So yeah, share with your friends, tell them to subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.